Alright, hi guys, welcome to my channel, welcome to Radiant Guardians. Please rock that like, subscribe and share for your girl. Also check out the description box down there, you will find 2 meditations, a link to our Telegram chat group. Please come join us if you feel like you need somewhere to belong. And also there's a link to Ismail Perez's website where you can find all his courses and his 2 books, Our Secret Government and Our Cosmic Origin. It's actually The Secret Government though, by the way. I'm going to take you for a walk down memory lane, okay? A walk down memory lane of what happened about 5 years ago, alright? So I got my notes and I'm going to share this with you because I do feel that it's actually, you know, it's been pressing upon my heart to share this information because it is something that we need to remind ourselves of the entities that were in control about 5 years ago, alright? That kind of took over, and boy, did they come out with some really big punches, alright? So we're going to go down memory lane right now and we're going to go back, rewind, right? Rewind and go back about 5 years ago and what happened, okay? So I'm not going to share too much, but I'm going to share what I can and bring to you guys as a reminder to us that, you know, it's not time to relax, it's not time to chill, it's not time to relax. And even though Donald Trump has won the election, okay guys, just know this, that the dark entities, right, they will do anything to hang on to their power and control. Okay, so let's just keep our wits about them up here, alright? I mean, even though, you know, Mr. T has won the election, woohoo, that was awesome. But anyway, so I'm going to share this with you guys, alright? So we're just going to go down memory lane and, yeah, just go back and have a look at, you know, what they did, right? What they did to have that power and control over the masses, and the panic that they were in, because, you know, apparently with the awakening cycle, it is the golden age, right? And in the golden age is where the awakening begins for many people, alright? Millions of people. So that awakening had begun, and so they got into a panic and they had to do something about it, and they were like, oh boy, we've got to do something, and we've got to do something quick, smart and real fast. Okay, so they did. Alright, so anyway, let's dive into my notes I've got here right now. Alright, so we all know or are aware that the event, so we all know or are aware that the event 5 years ago, being 2020, was a prepping period to prepare the masses, alright? It was a prepping period to prepare the masses for the Jabadoo. And you're going to have to catch my drift, guys, alright? I can't come out and say full-blown, you know what I mean? So I'm going to have to use Jabadoo, and I guess you already know what that is, right? The thingy, okay? So the whole stage was set to roll out the medicine to those that were taken over by fear. The thought of probably dying a horrible death caused by the spread of a virus. Fear overwhelmed thousands of people to the point that as soon as the Jabadoo was made available, okay, as soon as that Jabadoo was made available, there was endless queues of cars rallying oh yeah, there you go, pronunciation, rallying, right, to the medical clinics, queuing up, lining up outside all those tents that were set up, right, for the masses to get their jabadoos. Right, never forget that. And they rallied to these medical clinics where tents were set up for those controlled by fear could go and get their jabadoo. And let me point out one very key detail to you guys, alright, so you all know this. And I found this information. Now, I always tell you guys, alright, only take what resonates for you. Use your own discernment, do your own research, do your own homework. And I found this information and I was blown away by it. And I thought to myself, well, geez, that makes a lot of sense. Because to create a jabadoo for millions of people, it takes about a decade before it's ready to distribute to the masses, distribute to the market. Okay? It takes about a decade before it's even ready. Alright? Now hold on a second, guys, hold on. Now let me point out this key factor to you guys. And so the jabadoo was created way back in 2012, 2013. That's when it was actually created. They had made a jabadoo available and ready to roll out in 2012. Alright, 2012, 2013. It was already ready to go. Oh man. It was already made up and ready to go. But before they could release it, they first had to create a scenario before they could distribute it around the world. And you all know what the scenario was, right? Go back 5 years ago and think about it. Yeah, that's the scenario that they had created. Oh my goodness. And they played the card. Problem, reaction, solution. That is the hand that they played. They played the problem, reaction, solution. And I don't have to explain to you what that is. It is self-explanatory, guys. Just think about it, ponder it, and just be in deep thought about what is problem, reaction, solution. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I just wanted to share this with you as a reminder to never forget what we were dealing with or what we are dealing with. Don't ever forget what we are dealing with. These entities are just so on the dark side. Alright? They are the darkest entities that will stop at nothing to remain in power and control. And losing their power of control is not an option to them. And this is who we're up against. Right? They fight really dirty. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to really, really bring that home and to remind us, right, of what we're dealing with and how dirty they can get, and they just come across as the most wicked kind of beings that are just full of darkness, and all they can see is power, control, and greed. It's all about greed, it's all about power, it's all about control, and they want that power over the entire world and of humanity. Alright? They want that power. And do you think they are really happy that they lost the election and they lost their control and power? Absolutely not. Do you think they're gonna lie down and just let just let it go? I don't think so. I really don't think so. But anyways, so we've got to hold on to our power, right? We've got to hold on to it. Alright, so I am going to share this article with you guys, so please rock that like, and also remember, only take what resonates for you, and also do your own homework and research. Okay guys, we're all about learning and continuing to evolve and grow as we go. Okay, so what I've got here is militarization of global society. Alright, so here we go. Militarization is the process by which a society organizes itself for military conflict, war and violence that is based upon the glorification of the military and the cultural values that are placed upon military-based power. And with the social engineering of the death culture, militarization is used by those in the world governmental power as a strategy for maintaining global dominance. Alright, ensuring geopolitical interest as well as exercising power and control. So what did I say about power control? Yeah, the dark forces, they want to hold on to all their power, right? So militarization can inject massive amounts of cash and resources to revive an industry, boost a nation's faltering economy, or to carry out an assortment of dominance-based agendas through the strong arm of the military industry complex. The military-industrial complex outwardly appears as the alliance made between the nation's military and the defense army's industry. The massive corporate transitionals that supply all military technology and weapons meant for waging war. And so also understood to be serving the blood sacrifices or killing of the human race. Thus, the military-industrial complex is the deep cover used to conceal the presence of the negative alien agenda, NAA, to carry out their long-term divide and conquer warfare strategy against people of the earth. Alright, now let's have a look at the defences or arms producing industry. Is a global commercial industry responsible for the manufacturing of sales of weapons and military technology throughout the world. Departments of governments also operate in the arms industry, buying and selling weapons and other military items, which infuse billions into the vast political network that is supporting the endless war economy. The driving force behind this relationship between governments, defence contractors and arms dealers are the corporate behind them that massively profit off of the suffering of humanity. Now, how about that? Yeah. Just look back at 5 years ago. Right, and one side of the deal is obtaining the weapons to kill or make war, while the other side is being paid amounts to manufacture and supply the weapons. Thus, the setup is for the controllers to make obscene profits on both sides while promoting the negative narrative of ever-present enemies. The manufacturing of endless enemies maintains the external locus of control over humanity to surrender in endless wars and live in a permanent war economy. And so the controllers are addicted to maintaining coercive power, the world stage. Oh, wow. You know, that's why I wanted to share this article, but first wanted to share a piece of information as a reminder to you guys. And that piece of information, go back to the beginning of this video, where I share with you guys about what happened about 5 years ago, is just a reminder, guys. It's a reminder to let us know that the dark entities, right, the dark forces are just not going to lay down. They're not going to do that. Alright? They just fight for control, fight for power, and they fight dirty, guys. They really do. So we just, right, continue to be aware of this. Alright? And so the controllers are addicted to maintaining coercive power on the world stage, the same way abusers and tyrants gain and maintain total control over a victim for selfish gain and abusive purposes, such as perpetrating physical and psychological, sexual or financial abuse. The goal of the power abuser is to control and intimidate their victims on the earth into learnt helplessness. Now come on, guys, come on. What was I just saying earlier in this video? Let's have a look back at 5 years ago when they used a weapon, right? Fear, control, manipulation. When they use a weapon to cause a problem and then get a reaction, right, out of the masses, and then they came up with that solution. Alright, let's keep going, guys. And so the goal of the power, yes, the goal of the abuser is to control and intimidate their victims on the earth into learnt helplessness. Alright? To the point where, they caused a problem, right, to overwhelm the masses with fear and hopelessness. Alright? To the point that those that were in fear and helplessness would be very vulnerable. Very, very vulnerable. Alright, let's just keep going. Learned helplessness, and to influence the general population to feel that they are powerless to change anything in their lives. And when the human race is subdued and distracted through the various psychological warfare tactics that controlled learned helplessness into the human psyche, they can only deal with the current pressure of today. When we only look at today, we look for instant gratification and do not consider the long-term consequences of today's actions. We remain ignorant of the long-term consequences of soft-kill agendas in play and around us. And I'm just going to add my little piece to this, because, and although, I share this information with you, this is something that my guides, my team, they really wanted me to speak on, and to keep our, remain in that place of awareness of how much control and power that they want to gain back. All right. Now, if they've got their hands on our throats, right? Now picture this for a minute. Someone has got their hand on another person's throat, and that person that is helpless to defend themselves is going to just be frozen there and not be able to do anything, because the one that has their hand on their throat is like in power and control, right? So I just wanted you to see that, and that's how vile and wicked that the other side is. All right, they play dirty, and they are very wicked. Okay. And so, what is a soft kill agenda? Now, let's have a look at that, and let's talk about a soft kill agenda. All right. Military war strategizes that they have identified enemy targets for divide and conquer agendas, whether they are human or non-human. Apply the exact same kind of war strategies, whether that target is nations, populations, or an entire planet. And when assuming the strategies for takeover, the strategies are the same. And see, this is all what my guides and my team, the divine, the Most High God, want me to share with you guys, right? Just to bring ourselves into that place of awareness. You know, let's not get all happy, you know, that Mr. T has won the election and it's game over, right? It's game over. Hang on a second, guys. Back it up just a minute, alright? This, you know, with Mr. T winning, has a long way to go, you guys. We've still got a long way to go, alright? Let's just not take the foot off the brake just yet, you know? Okay? Alright, so let's keep going with this. One obvious conclusion for experienced military personnel that attack enemies from the ground or from the air is that long-term planning for implementing soft kill methods and have a far better performance record. This is especially so when the intelligence operations can remain concealed and thus requires much less physical resources than hard kill methods. Soft kill is a military term used to describe the covert agenda for slow killing without the knowledge of the person or persons under attack, using disinformation, withholding evidence, and psychological warfare tactics. And so it is the act of disabling an enemy target without the use of outward physical destructive forces. Soft kill also refers to the use of hidden technologies to subdue enemies, such as applying electronic technology countermeasures for crowd control that alter the electromagnetic signature of a person, whether used on individuals, groups, or entire populations, thereby altering the physical body as well as the psychological, emotional behavior of the group that is being targeted for subjugation through the use of electronic or electromagnetic technology and mind control. Alright, if we can see the current soft kill measure and the environment that have been put in place through the well thought out long-term planning of the controllers, we can easily see the hidden purpose of these genocidal methods, including the policies leading back to the divide and conquer agenda of the NAA, An example of a current soft kill agenda is the enforcement of legal poisoning in the general public that is made through jabadoos. Made through jabadoos, made through water fluoridization and GMO, chemtrails and herbicidals, pharmaceutical drugs and other chemical, biological weapons. All of these examples change the electromagnetic frequency and chemistry of the body, brain, CNS, and DNA signals, which are designed to radically impair immunity, consciousness, intelligence, and factors over the long term. And so the majority of population is high stress overload, trying to meet the most fundamental and basic human needs. And as a result, many people cannot begin to fathom the large or larger reality of the planet, or NAA, divide and conquer agendas, combined with the controllers on the ground, implementation of soft kill methods. And so, however, there are individuals and collective actions that we can take that help us to empower ourselves and each other, and to know that we can make a difference. And so gaining knowledge that this divide and conquer agenda is happening against the people of this earth, and to identify what it looks like in everyday life is the first important step. And so we have to see it operating and understand what the motivation behind the agenda really is, because we can find the courage to take productive steps forward. And the most empowering step we can take now is developing our heart-based relationship to our higher self and working on ourselves spiritually. We must find within our heart our direct connection to God, our highest power, whatever that sacred heart connection to all of life truly means to you. And when we are spiritually connected, we gain the inner strength, courage, and higher intelligence that leads itself to the coping skills we need to overcome the dark night of the soul and spiritual warfare. Challenging circumstances can often lead us to work towards making important changes in our lives that shift our awareness and priorities to be aligned with our inner spirit. And no matter what is happening in our world, we can move into states of greater wisdom that bring more deeply meaningful experience with others, so that we can change or exchange unconditional love, peace, and contentment. Well, there you have it, guys. And I wanted to really drive it home and just share that information with you guys, because it's just backing up what my guides and divine spirit, right, wanted me to share with you guys, and to remind you, you know, don't just, I mean, like, don't get into that place where we can just, oh wow, cool, we can relax now, awesome, Mr. T's got this, he has got this. Let me just remind you guys, be aware and alert always, alright? Even though things are looking great at the moment, Donald Trump, Mr. T, has still got a long ways to go and to deal with, okay? So I just really wanted to remind you guys that the dark forces are not just going to lay down, right, and play dead. They're not going to do that. No way. I mean, they're going to come back in other ways to try and gain control and power. Okay, so we've just got to be aware and alert and do all the inner work, right? Keep going back in here, stay anchored right here, all right, into your house, into your home, and just stay really anchored here. And I just encourage you guys, keep going, all right, keep going. I mean, we've got this, all right, so keep going. Okay, get out in nature, right? Go and hug a few trees, okay, and take those shoes off, all right? Plant your bare feet on the ground. Let all that energy be alchemized through your body and anchored down into planet Earth, all right? If you're shy to hug a tree because you might be scared that somebody's looking, then just sit under a tree, lean back into it, and take your shoes off and just spend a moment of taking in all of that beautiful energy that Mother Nature, Mother Gaia, is helping you to alchemize all of that energy that is in here. All right, doing all the inner work, grounding, right, meditation, spending time out in nature, and enjoying life, right? Don't forget, put on your dancing shoes too. Go out and have a bit of a dance, have a bit of a boogie, right? Spend some time with your friends, your loved ones, celebrate, okay? We all have something to celebrate, and it is the win of Mr. T, but not only that, we have already won this battle, all right? We have already won, but hey, let's just, keep our wits about it and everything, and just be reminded, all right, that the wicked ones and the dark forces are still there, okay, and they've got a few tricks up their sleeves still. Alright guys, I love you so much. Please rock that like, and if you want to watch more videos, they will be over here on this side, and if you want to subscribe, it'll be over here on this side. Alright, I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you on the next video. But if you like this video, please rock the like, subscribe and share. I appreciate all subscribers, everybody who shares, and everyone who watches. Mwah. I love you all. See you on the next video. Namaste. Bye guys. Love you all. Take good care. Bye.